Hello everyone, Cyber here, bringing you guys the next part of What If Deku Had the Omnitrix. So before we begin, I will tell you guys the next What If will be What If Deku didn't get into UA Season 1. If you guys can notice, I'm splitting these up into seasons. This way, I think, is the most effective way we can produce these What Ifs in a consistent manner, and not be consumed by time or having to release them not even fully done. So if we release them by season, that means we can, in fact, work on them more effectively and in a more timely manner. Meaning we will be doing this probably by seasons from now on. Not by my hero seasons, but by our own point when we think the season can be done. Like, for example, we could get the for didn't get into UA, it's all the way till the point of the internship arc, while for example this could also be in the USJ, which we're leaving by, which season 2 will be is still in the mix of working. It is nearly done, guys, of season 2, so as soon as season 2 is done, I will be posting that on here. I got myself a drink just so I can do the voices better. And for the polls of just about everything, thank you guys for participating. I'd just like to see what you guys' opinions are on what you guys think, what will happen. But anyways, as you can still tell, I will be recording in a different place. Can tell by audio difference. I don't know if you can or not, but yeah. Anyways, let's begin. We begin in the early morning with Deku, who's walking towards UA. But as he does, he tries to get to the main entrance, but there is only one small problem, and that's the rows of reporters in his way. Hey you, can you tell us how it's like to be so close with All Might? An eager young woman asked him, shoving a microphone in his face. Others around him and her has cameras and mics that closer to his face too. What? Aren't you one of All Might's students? Yes, but then tell us, how is it? How is he faring as a teacher? Okay, that's it. I'm sorry in advance. The reporter blinks in confusion as at first, but Deku gets the omnitrix and slams down on it. In a blink of an eye, a flash of light. Everyone was blinded by a flash of light before emerging as an animaniacs-looking alien himself, Ditto. Sorry, but I got a split. After making the pun, he splits himself off into a new Ditto. So no comments. The Dittos keeps on making clones to clones, refusing the reporters. Not sure which one to ask or to get a question from, but they would be able to not after the multiple Dittos get out of the crowd and into the gates of UA, making about 6 Dittos in total. And that's a touchdown! Yeah, good job, guys. Yeah, you too, mate. The other 5 Dittos cheers each other as the reporter stands there taking pictures of the Dittos. Come on, guys, let's wrap this up before the class starts. Yes, do that. All the Dittos stand there like Death himself will take their souls if they move. As the main Ditto gathered courage, what little courage they had left, and them look behind them, as he sees Shota Aizara standing over him, glaring each and every one of the with annoyance. Mr. Aizara, I was... Save it, I know. Now all of you get moving. All the Dittos yelp out, yes, sir, and runs to UA. As they do, Aizara looks back at the reporters. Please, sir, can you get us All Might? All Might isn't on the campus today. Now get out. You're disturbing my students enough. All Might starts to walk away as they start to yell, ask questions. But my viewers just wants to know how All Might is adjusting to life as a teacher. I feel like I've seen this man from somewhere. I don't know, but he seems a bit scruffy to be a hero. And Aizawa internally starts to think to himself on how does All Might deal with all this media stuff. Alright, if you won't bring him out, I will go in myself. The young woman steps up to the gate as the cameraman tries to warn her, but the gates block her from coming in. Don't you know that UA gate system, it stops anyone from entering without a special pass? Apparently the cautious senses all around the campus. Keeping the public out? They think they are touchable. Well, they could at least let one interview in. Other reporter starts to talk amongst himself as a pale man standing off to the side of the street looking at the UA gate, along with a rodent in an orange coat. See? Told you. Top of the line security. There's no way in. The man spoke up without removing the hand that covers his face. His red eyes stares at the media and the gate. You let me worry about that. How will you get in? How you'll get in? I think I just open the door for you and hold it for them. He flexes his fingers as the man is hacking a plan to get his comrade in. Meanwhile, inside of Class 1A, all of them are waiting for the homeroom teacher, Shota Aizawa. As they are waiting, said that he eventually did transform back. But there was also a sulking Bakugo ahead of him, of the greenest desk. But they didn't have to wait long as Aizawa came in. Alright, sit down and be quiet. Everyone had already sat down at their desk, but they all got quiet. Now, first I want to say decent work at your battle training. Bakugo. The blonde barman looks up. You're talented, so don't sulk like a child. Bakugo looks away and scoffs. Yeah, whatever. Midoriya. Deku looks up at the teacher nervously. You waited to transform. You're on the field. You don't have the luxury to wait, to act. You only have the benefit from this as being an exam. How much time you had. Keep that in mind in the future. Yes, sir. Now all of you will receive your own notes about the trial later. Max is already working on them, but for now, we will cover another matter. Everyone wondered what could this be? Could this be another exam that they could be expelled at? A pop quiz? You need to choose your class government. Everyone gets up and starts to yell out that they want to be the class rep. Even the blonde barber, getting out of his stupor, yells that he should be voted or they all die. Everyone wanted to be class rep except for Deku. He's not wanting to be class president. It's because how much work he's already putting into that position. But because his training to be both a hero and polymer, it'd be much more harder for him to add in class president work. Not to mention alien phenomenons he can't help but to solve. Everyone, silence, please! Everyone looks up at Ida once they get. So once he got in their attention, he continues. The job of class rep is to lead others. Now, not just anyone can do that. You need to have the trust of everyone in class. Therefore, the most logical way to fill this position is to vote for it. So, this is really the best way to decide. Yeah, we don't know each other for a few days. So, who do we know who we can trust? Besides, most of us will most likely vote for ourselves. So, precisely why this is the best method. Those who don't vote for themselves and for someone else means they have the most qualification to lead. Isn't that right, Mr. Izara? Izara looks at him lazily while climbing into his sleeping bag. Decide however you want. Just do it quietly. The other students were soon on board with this plan and vote. As they collect the paper, said, and counted out the ballots. Seems that Izuka Midoriya had 3 votes, while Momo Yaoyorozu has 2. And Deku stops. How did I get 3 votes? I didn't even vote for myself. Okay, you idiots, who voted for him? What, do you really think anyone will vote for you? What did you say? As Bakugo goes on a tyrant, Umuaraka acts all innocent while whistling, thinking she'll keep her vote to herself. As she does, Ida sees only one person voted for him. He smiles a bit disappointedly, but he's at least got one person voted for him. As Deku is questioning life on how he got 3 votes, so him and Momo was up in front of class. Alright, the class president's Midoriya and our deputy is Yaoyorozu. This won't be so bad. Yeah, I can get behind Midoriya and all those freaky transformations of his. After they decided their class rep, they all took a break to enjoy lunch. There, all the other courses of UA are there. From class 1A and B, hero course, to general studies, to even support course, making the cafeteria quite crowded. Even from some other years are there too. But by some miracle, the trio had found themselves plus one additional person, that being Tsuyu Asuri, so found a table. So Umura takes a bite of her rice and is humming in delight. This rice is so yummy. Yeah, so is this miso soup. A bit. Deku was about to take a bite of his katsudon, but stops as he sighs. Guys, I'm kind of worried about the class rep thing. I don't think I'm qualified. Sure you are. You'll be great. Your courage, quick thinking, on the streets will make you a great leader. Not to mention your quirk can be used in any situation. Those are the reasons why I voted for you. Wait, you were one of the 3? Didn't you really want to be class president, though? After all, you do look the part, mostly because of the classes. Oh, Chaco, I don't think that's how we should be choosing our class presidents. I mean, take Midoriya, for example. He could turn into anything like that forearmed guy and could still be our class president. That's kind of why I chose for him. Wait, Sue, you also voted for me? Yes, and I told you to and call me Sue. Wait, but I also voted for Deku, so that means you didn't vote for yourself, Midoriya. The tree looked at the green ant who just sunk in his chairs. I voted for Ida. You did? Why? I thought you would be excited to be class president. Well, I'm honored for sure, but I have other responsibilities take that might take me away from the position. That's why I voted for Ida. He would have been a great representative for our class. Thank you, Midoriya, for thinking I'm suited for the job. But the people has voted and saw you as the more suitable candidate to lead us, such as I have learned from the Ida family agency. The trio look at Ida curious about this Ida agency. Hold on, what does your family do? Well, it's. I was always wondering something about you. Admit it, you're filthy rich. I was afraid that people would treat me differently if they knew about my family. The trio looks at him confused for a moment till he stands up proudly. You see, the Ida has been in heroes for generations. It's been in my blood. Alright, Ida, that's awesome. So, are you three familiar with the hero Ingenium? Of course, he employed 56 sidekicks at his agency in Tokyo. So yes, he is my brother. He leads the people with his hardiness for the rules and relations. A true beloved hero. It's my admiration for my brother that inspires me to become a hero. Though I realize I'm not yet ready to lead anyone, even if you believe so, Midoriya. You will be great at it. Deku sat there in contemplation about how Ida and him are similar in a way. They want to be heroes, even though he had fallen out of favor for All Might. He still likes what he stands for saving people with a smile on his face. But unlike All Might, he wants to uphold those traditions and be truthful through and through. The best way he can, while still keeping the secret of aliens away from the public. Warning: Level 3 security breach. Students, please evacuate in an orderly fashion. Everyone had started to panic and run to the exits as the four wondered what happened until Ida stopped a student. What's the level 3 security breach? That means someone has gotten in. The school, barriers. This has never happened to me in my 3 years being here. We need to get going. The four of them had looked at one another and then started to run along with the other students. But there was a problem. The exits are being blocked by panicking students who shoving and shouting at one another to get out of the cafeteria. So many people. Everyone was quick to react. What I expect for UA students. Yeah, sure, but there's also a huge panic. Deku gets pushed and shoved, getting split from the others. As he does, he gets pressed against the glass. When he opens up, he sees what's going on. The press? Outside with the press, the young eager reporter has a microphone up to the two teachers' faces, that being President Mike and Eraserhead. All you have to do is get us All Might. He's here, I know it. It's his day off, folks. Then just give us one comment and we'll leave. I know how you operate. Give you an inch and then you want a mile. Mike leans in. They are trespassing, so they're technically villains. Couldn't we? Don't think about it. So the cops are on their way, and they will handle it. We just need to keep them at bay now. Back inside of the cafeteria, that's why the alarm goes off. The press somehow got in. Everyone, listen! Nobody hears him as they continue to panic. No good. Gotta transform. Maybe one of my aliens could do something. Deku gets his other hand down to the watch, opening it up and not being able to see what the display is. He presses down on it and disappeared behind a flash of light, to only emerge as the little gal known as Grey Matter. No, Grey Matter won't stop a panicking mob. Think, how could I help? As Grey Matter is thinking on how he could be useful, Ida, who made it to the window as well, saw what was happening. Ida! Umaraka! Ida thinks what would Midoriya do, or his brother. Then he comes up with it. Quickly, make me float. Ida holds out his hand, and Umaraka not sure why, but does so anyways, slapping his hand and making Ida float. Ida rolls up his pants legs as he gets ready to use his quirk. I need to get where everyone will see me. Reciprocal burst! Ida goes flying in a pinwheel direction, like a pinwheel, towards the exit doors, landing hard and grabbing onto a pipe above. Everyone! Everything is fine! Everyone stops and looks up at him, including the Grey Matter, who looks up at Ida. It is just the press. There's nothing to panic about. We're fine. This is UA. Behave in a way befits this great institution. Everyone had looked outside to see the police is getting the press out of the grounds. Grey Matter smiles, not just happy that one problem was fixed, but so with his advanced intellect, he can sure know how to fix his other current problem about the class rep situation. Elsewhere in UA, Arjun is currently looking through the files till he finds what he was looking for. Got it. A sweet paycheck to go with it. Arjun takes a quick pic of it and sends it to his employer. After confirmation that this is real, he was sent a notification shows him that the money was transferred. Sweet. Now to get out of here. He pockets his phone and puts everything back where it was. But as he's doing so, he bumped into someone, causing him to fall. Shaking his head and looking up, he gulps as he sees a pistol aimed at him by Max Midoriya. Hello, fine officer. I can explain. Meanwhile, back in Class 1A, Azera had gotten back after dealing with the media incident. Alright, despite all that, the commotion, we'll still have class. Midoriya? Yes, sir? Principal Nezu needs to see you. Huh? Why? I wasn't told why, just that he needs to see you. Okay, but can I do something first before I go? It's important. Fine, make it quick. Deku stands in front of the class and takes a deep breath before saying what he needs to say. I'm stepping down as class representative. Everyone was shocked and had confusion look on their face. Why? Is it because of earlier? Yeah, don't blame yourself for not helping. None of us tried. Well, except for Ida. It's not because of that. I'm just not as qualified as you all think I am. If I continue to try and be class representative, I would only be neglecting my other duties that I need to focus on. It's not fair to put all of on that on Yahirozu to keep up with me. There, so I nominate Tenya Ida to take my place. Ida's in shock as many others. You all saw how he led that situation. He's going to be a great leader in crisis than I will be. This was Grey Matter's thought process. Seeing how Ida did handle the situation without Grey Matter, it proves to show that other people within this class would also see the possibility of Ida being a great leader. Yeah, Ida really showed his stuff back there. Yeah, Mr. Emergency Expert himself. Quite wasting time. You still need to go to the Nezu's office, Midoriya. Right. Ida, will you? Very well. If you all agree, then I'll do it. Everyone cheers as Deku leaves for Nezu's office. A few minutes, and he's outside of the oakwood doors. He was about to knock, but a small voice from the other side spoke up. Come in, Mr. Midoriya. Deku was a little freaked out that he knew he was out there, but enters instead. He enters seeing the rather big office with a small lounge area with chairs on a table and a small cups and tea kettle. Books lines the wall and other various knickknacks there too. Some other weird stuff as well that he's not even sure what it is. Ah, Mr. Midoriya, please have a seat. Deku walks over to the chairs on the other side of the table that Nezu's at. Sir, why am I? All will be revealed soon, but we're waiting on someone else. Deku sits there for a moment confused till the door opens up. He looks towards the door. He sees none other than Max Midoriya himself, and in handcuffs, the rodent man, Arjit. He saw a few months back when Anima was captured. Grandpa, what's going on? Why are you here? Who is that? The whole time. And as for who this is Arjit. He's the biggest rat in the alien community, both in the literal and metaphorical sense. Arjit interrupts, feeling somewhat offended. I prefer entrepreneur. Deku's eyes widen. Really? Why is he here? Why are we talking about it in front of Nezu? Well, it's quite alright. I'm well aware of aliens because I'm a plumber as well. Wait, what? Oh, did I forgot to mention that part? That's part of the reason why I got this job so fast. And to help keep an eye on the Omnitrix too. Having heroes and UA security will keep you and thus the Omnitrix safe. That actually makes sense. But why am I here now? Because we can't discuss this with the other teachers with alien matters. We figured you need to be informed just in case. It has to do with the other attacks that had been happening to you. Hey, whoa, no. I didn't come here for some kid. Only got paid to find out about where All Might is, and that's it. So, you were with the press then to get into A? Yeah, after all, I came in here, I didn't see him, but took a picture of where he could be and sent it to my employer, who paid me for any and all All Might information. So this doesn't have to do with anything alien matters at all then? No, so if I'm good, like like to have my hand I like to be off here soon. And if you take these off, Archer holds up his handcuffs waiting to be freed. I never said you were going into I never said you're going anywhere. You're only going into a nice sail for a while. But I broke into a UA and could have exposed yourself to anyone here. Sounds like an offense you've made before. To Dr. Animo? I told you, Red Spots, he kidnapped me and forced me to show where the alien tech was. Even so, spending a few days in cell will make sure you're not lying. Or just slumps in defeat. Well, it seems we have wasted your time, Mr. Medora. No, it's no problem. Besides, it's good to be in the loop about things. Makes them less stressful to know. I suppose so, but now, if you gentlemen will excuse me, I must attend to see the damage about our rodent friend had caused. Ha ha, speaking the rat himself. Nezu walks past Arjun with an indifferent look on his face, sending chills down Arjun's spine. Seriously, does anything face that guy? Sir, you'd be surprised. Now then, Zuku, I was just getting back to class soon. You'll all be leaving early after this fiasco. Right, I'll see you later, Grandpa. And I guess it's nice to meet you too, Arjun? Whatever. Deku walks out as Max goes off to take the back exit so no one would see Arjun. The day would be dismissed as we cut to the wartime ships of Velgax. Siphon goes up to his healing master in the pod. Master, I've received word that an attack will happen around where the omnitrix has been most used at. If you wish, I can go and retrieve it myself. No. The healing pod opens up where steam comes out. Siphon takes a step back as the pod completely opens up as a healing drone comes out, to only be crushed by a large metallic foot. The hulking alien comes out, healed and even upgraded. I'll seek to this task myself. End of this part. I hope you guys enjoy it. I know this part wasn't in any significant matter, like it wasn't exciting or and such, but I still needed to do this part just because of certain facts. Number one, we got the introduction of Arjun to Deku, so we know him in the future, so we don't have to go through the introduction alien we already know. Two, Nezu is now known to be in the loop about aliens, so whenever a matter calls for UA to be in the loop, Nezu already knows. And three, most importantly, Vilgax is finally back in action. I promise the next few parts will be the most exciting in this season. It's just this one has to happen to be a mandatory small bit to introduce certain things, factors, and whatnot. But I still hope you guys enjoyed nonetheless. I will most likely either record the next part of this, or even just the first part of What If Deku Didn't Get to UA. I will see how I feel about it, and how far, and what we will do. But in any other case, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Says I'm not sure if there will be any other aliens I want to try to redesign, or not me to redesign, but my friend Super, the writer, to redesign, and artist, thumbnail maker, and all that. Well, redesign. I mean, As you can see, we already have Accelerate redesign for and Diamond Head in the back. There's only so many different aliens we can redesign because, you know, certain aliens just looks like that. But if there's any particular aliens you want us to redesign, I will see what he can do. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Also, if you guys noticed, if you guys watch, I did switch in between screens now from the thumbnail and to Arjit's picture, as I'm doing right now. I figured that out, and now I can show you some other visuals while recording this, so that way we can have a bit more examples given, like for any new transformations we might see, or any redesigns, or even some other things that might happen, to make this more interesting, fun, and all around just out there and in the know. And so you all can see what I see when I introduce new characters, new designed up characters, or just in general anything like that. And that's where my friend's art could also be shown more instead of the community tab at the same time. So now there might be some visuals you guys see with this. Nothing major, but still some new visuals with it to keep an look out for it. But anyways, I hope you can enjoy. Please keep in mind, I will try to record as soon as I can. I'll probably record tomorrow if I can even upload this tonight. And then it's really slow around here for some reason. And I will either record the next part of Omnitrix or even just the new part of What If Deku didn't get into UA. I hope you guys enjoy. Cyber out. Peace.